Greetings, wrestling fans! Welcome back, and it's time for another Raw review. This Raw was okay. It's definitely not my favorite, but I just felt like reviewing it anyway, because I needed to get my thoughts out. So the show began with The Miz. He welcomed Cody Rhodes to Miz TV, and Miz was getting a little jelly of Cody. Cody was saying, wrestler and belt, and Miz was correcting him by saying superstars and titles and all that jazz. But in the end, the Miz would try to attack Cody Rhodes, and Cody would outsmart him, leading into their match later on. And then we get the in-ring debut of Veer Mahan, the man that WWE have been hiding from us for about 7 months. And I have to say, I'm not really all that impressed with Veer Mahan. He doesn't sound like someone I can really get into. Oh, by the way, WWE have now changed Austin Theory's name to just Theory, which is absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. I mean, I don't care for Austin Theory, but that is just really lame. Anyway, then we get AJ Styles and Damian Priest. This ended in no contest due to some weird spotlight. I am not a fan of the supernatural stuff. You guys are very well aware that I'm not a fan of it. I didn't like it when The Fiend and Alexa Bliss did it, but if this is what Edge's faction is going to be all about, then I'm really not going to be enjoying it all that much. But it is what it is, unfortunately. Why give us a great match and just not have it end? And if you're going to say, well, they did it to protect both AJ Styles and Damian Priest, then why even book the match? Why even book the match then? If you didn't want Priest or AJ Styles, if you're going to say that neither one of these men could afford a loss, then why even bother put them together in a match? This is what I'm saying. WWE just are not... If you know these people can't afford losses, then don't do anything silly. Keep them both protected. Keep them both protected by not having them face each other. I'm just not a fan of it. I just think it's dumb. And then we get Tommaso Ciampa officially and finally moving to the main roster. He is now officially welcomed to the Monday Night Raw brand. Ezekiel would then welcome Tommaso Ciampa. Kevin Owens would then would issue a liar detector test to prove that Ezekiel is Elias. That is for next week. Then we get Cody Rhodes battling The Miz in a decent match. I can give Miz credit I'll give him credit where credit is due. He's definitely good on the mic, and he's all right in the ring. Not the biggest fan of him, but he's all right in the ring, and he's very good with the mic. Cody Rhodes would score the win here with the Crossroads. And by the way, Jerry the King Lawler was on commentary because Corey Graves wasn't there. I mean, hell, I'd definitely be fine with Jerry Lawler over Corey Graves, because at least Jerry Lawler didn't come off as very insufferable. Unlike Corey Graves does every single bloody week. And then we get Naomi versus Liv Morgan. Now, this is where things really got weird. WWE really... I felt like this episode of Raw didn't really make a lot of sense in the long run. But in situations like this is why. They announced that this was going to be for the Women's Tag Team Championships, but then they change it to a singles match with Liv Morgan versus Naomi. They had Naomi beat Sasha Banks last week on SmackDown, only to have Liv Morgan lose to Naomi. Now, in my opinion, champions shouldn't be losing, especially in situations like a singles match. But this is WWE. They always have their champions lose. So Naomi would win this match, and it didn't progress any. It just didn't make any progress to their storyline. And this is what I'm saying. This episode to me really didn't feel like it made any sense. There was just so much stuff they changed on the fly. Might have been because of, you know, people's weddings, COVID, or situations like that. I just thought it was a bit weird. And then we get Bobby Lashley. He destroyed the VIP lounge to find out why MVP turned on him. MVP pretty much went on a tirade saying how he made Bobby Lashley the Almighty. Like, he made him Almighty. Actually, MVP, you are actually incorrect. Do you want to know who made Bobby Lashley Almighty? It was actually Leo Rush. It was actually Leo Rush. He was the one that began the Almighty name. I know he's not in the company anymore, and WWE are not going to mention it. I know that, so don't be like, oh, well, of course they're not going to mention Leo because he's not in the company. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know he's not in the company anymore. I'm not stupid. But I'm just telling you guys, Leo Rush actually started the Almighty stuff, not MVP. But I digress. Bobby Lashley said that MVP was about to go on his retirement tour, but then he decided to stick around. Which, that is actually true. MVP was going to retire. But now he's still here. And then MVP calls Omos the future. I'm sorry, MVP, but Omos is not the future. Yes, MVP is exactly what Omos needed, but I'm just gonna say Omos, he's just like every other big man. He's just gonna be like every other big man on WWE's payroll. And then we get Bianca Belair battling Zelina Vega, who I thought was a babyface. I guess not. Or maybe because Carmella was on her wedding, they couldn't do anything about it. So that would probably be the explanation, in my opinion. The explanation to me would be, well, Carmella was on her honeymoon, they probably couldn't use her, which is fair enough. But anyway, so after Bianca Belair would defeat Zelina Vega, Sonya Deville came out with a contract saying that she's going to announce Bianca's next opponent, and she ends up naming herself as her opponent. She attacks Bianca Belair, names herself as her opponent, and Adam Pearce didn't look very happy about it. To be fair, I think Adam Pearce should really start thinking about firing Sonya Deville. And then we get RK Bro battling the Alpha Academy. Chad Gable and his shush is back at it again. Man, I love Chad and his shushes. I'm so glad Randy Orton has gone to bat for this man. I'm so glad Randy Orton has gone to bat for Chad Gable. I want these superstars to be like Randy Orton. Help the future. Give other people opportunities. I want Charlotte, Bliss, Becky, everybody. Even Edge and AJ Styles. I want everyone to follow examples of Randy Orton. Give back and help other people out. That is what this company needs. People to help elevate other superstars on your roster. RK Bro would win the match. RK Bro would end up winning the match with Randy Orton hitting an RKO on the Shush Master. So, Chad Gable got shushed. Then out came the Usos to make their attempt to unify the tag team titles. This ended up backfiring because Street Profits came out, and then we got a really good tag team match between the Usos and the Street Profits. The Usos would get the win with the one and done. We the ones. And the Usos would attack RK Bro and would hold up the tag team titles at the end of the show. I'm just gonna straight up say, I think unifying the titles is really dumb. I didn't like it for the men. I didn't like when they unified it with Roman. And I'm not going to like them unifying it with the tag team titles. I think them unifying the titles is dumb, in my opinion. Them unifying the belts is their way of saying, we're done with the draft. At least that's just how I see it, in my opinion. I see it as them saying, yeah, we don't care about the draft anymore, we're just going to unify the belts. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hit that thumbs up, comment your thoughts and opinions down below, and I'll see you all next time.